All right, you're good to go.
Yes, I'm tired. My language.
I deleted my
Perfect. I saw him in the office. He's not here. Like,
He's coming back, he should be able to
Hello, everybody. Today is Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. I now call this meeting of the Madison College Student Senate General Assembly to order at 4:33 p.m. Thank you. At this time, I would like to say welcome to our General Assembly meeting of the Madison College Student Senate. This is a public meeting and will be recorded for transparency and direct conversation. We're going to go over a few basic items before beginning. If you lose connection at any point during the meeting, you can reconnect by clicking the link or calling the number in your original email. To the senators and other members online, please activate your video and keep it on for the duration of the meeting. If it is possible, use the raise hand feature when you'd like to be recognized to speak. Ask questions or request a roll call vote as chair. As to call on committee members, the order in which hands are raised, lowering your hands if you have the cue. At this time, may I please get a roll call?
Yes. President Jose Villarreal.
I'm here in present.
Thank you. Vice President Administrative Finance Quinn Matson. I'm present. Vice President Legislative Affairs Bradley Burt.
Present.
Thank you. Vice President of Team Development.
present.
Thank you. Vice President Public Relations.
Present.
Thank you. Advisor Cole Caliocroto.
President.
Thanks. Moving to our general senators. Senator Sanjay Jagadish.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Annette Crowder.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Ashley Larson.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Nandine Batulga.
Present.
Thank you, Nandine. Senator Ayman Sharafuddin.
Present.
Senator Abri Holti.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Sierra Brunner.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Donovan Juarez.
Present.
Thank you, Donovan. And Ida, I'm sorry, I don't have your last name in here.
Wilmo.
Quima?
Wilmo. W-I-L-M-O.
Wilmo. Okay, and lastly, Senator Ida Wilmo.
Present.
Thank you. Moving to our regional and metro campuses, appointed Senator John McCray.
Present.
Thank you. Reedsburg Senator Furkan Sindar.
He's here. I think he might be moving his stuff around, so I guess for now, we all want to do, I know he's here, he just talked to me.
We can just, if we can mark him as absent if he doesn't show up, but otherwise, if he just shows up, I don't know, before we approve the agenda, we can mark him as present since
Oh, there he is. Say present.
Say present.
Present.
Yeah.
Sweet.
How I usually go about it is if we're still doing roll call, then you're present. Lastly, Goodman South Senator Bethany Bauer.
Present.
Thank you. Okay, we have met quorum.
All right, thank you very much.
Ash Rogers.
Oh, why don't I do that? Senator Ash Rogers.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that roll call. So with that, we'll get right into it. We are going to have a approval of the previous meeting minutes. I'll just go ahead and let you guys know I was excused from the last meeting. There was a family medical incident that I could not attend the GA. So I'm going to refer to VP Matson to give us a brief a description of what the meeting minutes were. He did brief me on the meeting, so I have brought up the speech, but we're going to go ahead and have him briefly
Yeah.
read the minutes.
So, last week was September 25th. We met in here, I chaired that meeting, did all our normal procedure, calling to order, opening script, roll call. We approved the previous minutes and the previous agenda. We had no public comment last time. We had a full suite of our reports from committees, internal, external councils, all of the above. We had a team building activity where we shared initiatives or goals that we are all taking part in, taking on this semester. We had a disclosure from Senator Crowder. She's completed her time with the RISE program now. We had all of our regular reports from exec council, our standing committees as well. What I'd like to note from our last meeting was that we vetted 3 candidates for 2 open senator positions. And that's why we're happy to welcome Donovan and Ida here with us today. I don't think there's anything else of note on last week's meeting minutes.
Senator Crowder?
I move to approve.
Senator Crowder moves to approve the previous meeting minutes. And I entertain a second. Senator Larson, second. All right, I vote unanimous decision. Will I open up for discussion? Seeing none. Hearing none. Nothing online. Okay, I'm going to move forward with the vote of unanimous consent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The previous meeting minutes have been approved, and we will now move on to the reading and approval of the agenda. So for the agenda today, we're going to have a report of our officers, advisory standing committees. We're going to have reports of special select committees, reports from regional metro campuses, reports from our shared governance council. We have some unfinished business discussing a 3-year plan, and some new business discussing intentions for WSG. Non-business housekeeping. We have an announcement at the end, and that will conclude what's on the agenda. With the agenda being read out, I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda. Motion made by Senator Larson. I'd entertain a second.
A second.
Seconded by Vice President Corey Sturtzel. To overall discussion.
Yes.
And discussion, Senator Crowder.
I just wanted to ask Dr. Burns if she was here for public comment.
No, I was just here as an observer, but
Okay.
thank you for
Thank
asking.
you.
Thank you.
We'll move forward with the vote of unanimous. Any other discussion? In person or online?
I would like to amend the motion to approve the agenda such that it puts our discussion of WSG into, our discussion of the 3-year plan into new business. It was not previously on the agenda. I accidentally put it into unfinished business on this agenda.
Hearing that, do I hear a second to the amendment?
I'll second the amendment.
Seconded by Vice President Ari Nichols. I will move to a vote of unanimous decision. I would open to discussion in person or online.
Can I just make a parliamentary suggestion?
Of course, Senator Crowder.
Whoever made the original motion could accept that amendment, and then whoever seconded that amendment could accept that amendment as well.
So yeah, the original, you accept that amendment?
You accept that amendment,
Yes.
Senator Philip?
And Corey, do you accept that amendment?
I just want to clarify, so we're discussing the 3-year plan, we're putting that into new business.
Yeah.
Yes, I accept.
It was a clerical error.
No worries, I accept.
You accept? Now we'll vote in unanimous decision. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Motion passed. The agenda has been passed, and we will get into the meat of it. We don't have any public comment. We do have a team building activity with Vice President Sturtzel. You can take it whenever you like.
Absolutely. Great. So, I've been kind of I've been trying to gauge essentially our team like connectiveness, and I just wanted to take a moment to define what a team is for all of you. I know that we all might have different interpretations of what team looks like, or being a team looks like, how a team should work with one another, or how they should connect. So I'm just curious to where everyone is at in terms of what is their interpretation of like a team. So the main prompt here is what characteristics makes a team effective? So what characteristics or traits makes a team effective? Who would like to go first? And then
Volunteer. I guess there's three things that come to mind for me right away. Active listening, being collaborative. And I had a third one, but it probably slipped my mind already, 'cause, you know. And follow through. That wasn't my original one, but follow through. So I guess I technically have four, but I don't remember one of them.
That's okay. That's okay. Perfect. John. What?
Can you ask me the question one more time?
You can go for it. What characteristics or traits makes a team effective, like to you?
The word for mesh, like, collaboration, our ways of collaboration, our conflict resolution, how we, deal with conflict within, plays a big part in how the team functions. And also just, let's say transparency. Just make everything clear. Like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Sanjay?
Yeah, I agree with everything said before. And just to add on to that too, just having like an open and environment for everyone. So like you don't have to be afraid to say anything. There's no room to like failure or anything like that. You can feel like I can do I can say what I want to say without having to fear anything.
What comes to my mind is effective communication, collaboration, and active listening. You can't really have a team without those things, and I think those are good characteristics to have, because it allows people to be able to like communicate with each other, being open-minded when you're collaborating, to work together on a goal or anything. And then just listening to one another, even if you may or may not, if you disagree or whatnot. I think that's what makes a good team.
Quinn, you are pretty focused. Is it okay if I break your focus?
I think, for me, when I think about an effective team, it's a group of individuals that acts as one. We work as a unit, not a bunch of different people moving in the same direction. We're moving as one. Maybe when we make decisions, we kind of like decide as many, but then when we move as one.
So, compromise, that's what, for me, is what comes to mind, and that's what makes a team. You have the ability to compromise, you have the ability to perform on a team. And you can get a lot more done working on a team than if you're working by yourself.
It's
Compromise.
just empowerment / magic. Knowing that your teammates' talents and allowing them the opportunity to manifest. So in corporate communication, we talk about collaboration and communication as the two elements of team building. So in our team, we've created a subcommittee so that everybody gets a turn to chair. And what we hope to do is help sharpen each other, help us understand the power of leadership, but not only that, give each other backing to present our voice, what it is that's passionate to us.
Yeah, no. You kind of said a little bit about this, but I think the most important part of being a team and teamwork in general is communication. Being able to have a dialogue about anything with any of the members of your team or group or whatever you want to call it. That's the basis for it, especially in a group like this where, all we do is talk to each other. We really need to make sure that we're good at that and that we're able to do that and work with other people outside of these meetings, so we're able to move past issues and move forward towards things a lot quicker.
I would say mutual respect and like some type of vision that is common amongst everyone so that there's not conflicting priorities within the team.
I think dear senators, vice president, and president already say what I can say. Collaboration, communication, respect, I think it's so important for the team. But I think what makes the team most effective for me is a purpose. I think if we have a purpose, this can make us a great team.
I think it's essential for a team to know each other's strengths so they know when it's the right time for them to step up and when it's the right time to ask for help and get input from others. I know within committees, I've been able to get help from a lot of other people that I'm working with, although some people that aren't in my committees or I don't see around send office, it's harder for me to collaborate because I just don't know them as well, don't talk to them as much.
Honesty.
Honestly.
Yeah, if you make a mistake, you always have to say it. It's a responsibility of the team that work together and fix the problem. Don't try to hide the problem by yourself. So that's, we are a team.
Absolutely. All right. For those online, I will start with Ayman.
Basically by just showing up and being respectful and respect like people different ideas, perspectives and so on, and contribute to the team whatever is needed.
Perfect. Thank you. Donovan, would you like to share?
Characteristics and traits of an effective team would be being able to have good negotiating skills in case something goes wrong among the teams, and just having good communications as well, and being able to actively listen, because nowadays people are stubborn to listen to their team members or the opposing sides, So I believe actively listening, proper communications, and good negotiating skills is what is an effective team.
Okay. Sierra Brunner?
For a good team would be listening, like working together and listening to what each person has to say.
Nadine?
I'd say having the ability to compromise and making sure everyone has a voice.
Okay. Let's see. Avery?
I would say the biggest is communication. I heard that go around a few times. But I would also say kindness and patience is another big part of being a team. And just understanding that not everyone may have the same schedule or be on the same level as you, and that's okay.
Is there anyone else that I'm missing?
Advisor.
Not Senate related. Do you want to ask our guests online?
Sure.
Do you want to participate?
Yeah, absolutely. Who's our guests?
We have Stacy Brunner and then Litzy Lara Uribe.
I did see Stacy leave.
So she's back on now.
Okay. Yeah.
It's up to you if you'd like to.
Yeah,
that. Okay.
Absolutely. If we have time, I'd be more than happy to, get some,
You got time.
You got time.
Some information. Stacy, would you like to answer our prompt?
To me, teamwork is working together, listening to each other's ideas and their feelings about what's going on, and just being cohesive in everything that you're doing.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. All right. And you said Litzy?
Litzy is on. Litzy, would you like to respond?
Could you repeat the prompt again?
Yeah, absolutely. What characteristics or traits makes a team effective?
I would say like working together and communicating together is what makes a team.
Anyone else would like to go? Anybody in the back? Dr. Byrne, would you like to answer?
I'm happy to share.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, but, and I agree with so many things that people said. I would say two things that were maybe there, but I'll just bring out is having a mutual goal. So you might decide to get there, but you have to, but I believe the best teams are all have an end in mind. And then I would also just say, in my experience, if you feel, people said this, but maybe not in these terms, and psychologically safe, that you're not just your what you say and your opinions, but your whole being is accepted and respected. Thank you for asking.
Anna? Diana? Diana's here.
Okay. Anna?
She has her
earbuds there.
Did you want to share what makes a team great?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I appreciate you both being here, so,
Oh.
and our folks online, thank you very much for
What about
being
Cole?
here.
What about advisor?
Yeah, Cole, don't forget Cole.
Cole, go for it. You're our advisor, why does the team make, effective?
So yeah, no, so I think everything y'all have said, everyone is there. One thing I'm talking about more, especially with some of the student leadership stuff we're doing, is that for the goal is shared by all, but that your moral ethical compass are pointed in the same direction as well. To make sure that the goal that you want to achieve is with positive intent, and that the intent is always held there, even if the goal sometimes changes, that aspect does not change.
I think I'm the only one that has to go now. So essentially, to me, some of the characteristics that you guys discussed, like collaboration, respect, kindness, patience, those are really, really great themes to have in a team setting. And it really allows a team to be effective because it's just kind of a balancing scale. Everything, that comes your way, ups and downs, there will come to any team. But
Corey, I'm sorry. Can you speak up just a little bit?
Yeah.
All right.
So just, it's a balancing scale. So being able to take ups and downs and be able to balance them with either patience, kindness, so that we can balance one another. So as you are reflecting on these characteristics, just bring them forward as we are conducting business or, connecting with one another or collaborating with one another. Just keep that in mind that if you have expectations for a team, we definitely want to follow through with those expectations. And we can definitely learn from others, especially with, around the room. Like, not a lot of people think of okay, we need to be unified by a purpose. That's what makes a team effective. So that might be not something, the first thing, that comes to mind. So just by discussing these, at least we were able to learn a little bit more about our overall expectations and how maybe we could, add more traits into our team building and our connectedness. So I appreciate you guys' time and
give me a round of applause. Tell anybody I can, it's the highlight of my week is going to be team building activities with you.
I appreciate
Really sets me for the weekend. So
Thank you. I'm flattered.
So we're going to move now to disclosures and recusals. At this time, I would ask anybody in person, online, if you have anything you'd like to disclose or recuse yourself from.
I have an item.
Vice President Burt, you are recognized.
I'm recusing myself from the allegations that have been brought forward that our senators are collaborating before our elections. And until this is complete, I'm recused myself from, I have a statement prepared, but I don't think we need to spend too much time on it, from all matters relating to the elections and such. So I'll leave it at that.
Record is stated, Vice President Bradley Burt has recused himself from the topic in his recusal letter. Does anybody else in person or online will have anything they'd like to disclose or recuse?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to recuse myself. I'm not sure if, for at least my earlier folks that just came in, I work with peer health educator, or as a peer health educator, and I'm putting on the e-pantry. So anything regarding the pantry and anything like that, I'm gonna recuse myself from voting on. Anything with like budgeting or what have you that would benefit them in some way, I would recuse myself.
Anybody online? Okay. We are now going to move on to reports of officers, advisors, and standing committees. I will start off with the Executive Council and President report. The E-Team met Friday morning last week. We had a very good meeting. We spoke about the General Assembly meeting that took place Thursday night. We spoke about our new senators that we welcomed. We spoke about how we want to conduct ourselves in future meetings and how much time we want allocated in certain sections of the agenda. We had a very successful meeting, and we approved the agenda that we are in now. So with that, I will open it up for any questions or comments. Brief. In person or online. Okay. We will now move on to Administration and Finance Committee, VP Mattson.
Yeah. Finance Committee did not meet to discuss Finance Committee topics last week. They did meet briefly to oversee club funding committees, approvals or denials of club funding requests, of which there was one that's been hanging on for a while that was finally approved. We have no new club funding requests right now. So I don't think club funding committee is even going to meet tomorrow, this week. Been pretty slow, clubs aren't doing things. So if you're in a club, do something so that I can do something on my end. That concludes my report.
Thank you, VP Mattson. I open up for any quick comments or a quick question for Vice President Mattson, in person or online.
Go ahead. Take that back. May I take the floor back?
Of course.
There's one other thing I should probably note that on this agenda is discussing the 3-year plan, something I mentioned before in a Finance Committee report that our previous meeting, we discussed the 3-year plan and how we want to work with it. And I hope to bring a little bit of that, just core of it to the bigger table here later today, time permitting.
Thank you. Knowing that, does anybody else have any, does anyone have a question or a comment for our Vice President? Okay, seeing none, hearing none, thank you for that report. Do we have somebody online? All right. The floor is yours, Senator.
Yeah, I just have a question. Like, can you give us like a brief description, like where you guys working on and the struggle or anything on, like on?
Yeah. What we're working on in terms of the 3-year plan. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So respect the time. 3-year plan, we will discuss that later on in the agenda.
we're going to discuss it later. I'll also put something in the chat for you, just so we can keep this moving. And for anyone else who is interested.
Okay, thank you very much. We are now going to move on to Rules and Legislative Affairs Committee, VP Burke.
Hello, everybody. We met on Wednesday at 10 a.m. We have, starting next week, scheduled 2 hours, a lot of time at the Clarion Radio Studio for media training. But for the first hour, I'm going to give you my report and I'm going to yield to my senator on our team about what we're going to do next. So first off, President Villarreal and I invite all members and Senate, fellow students to attend the Pizza with the President. We believe that it's very important for all of us to show up to that so that students can be heard. We have a sit-down, one-on-one meet and greet. I have provided the times if anyone wants to meet afterwards to see what days and the location where that's at. The RNLA committee is starting up a show called Fist of Senate. What it is that it's teaching on air how to properly debate and have dialogue without political violence. And then at the end, we all give each other a fist bump. So what this is creating and cultivating is knowledge of as many voices as we can get to come in and interview with the Clarion Radio Studio. And I would like to yield to Senator Rogers. Could you share with us a little bit about GSA?
We're gonna do that next week.
You're gonna do it next week, okay. So we discussed for our topic of the day, the GSA Club would like a specific bathroom. We're gonna start working on a resolution with that. We don't wanna go too far into detail, it's just that our committee has decided that that's the issue that we're gonna take up. And with that, I'll pass.
All right, thank you very much. And I will open the floor for any quick comments or any follow-up questions that you would like the Vice President to follow up to in person or online. Okay, seeing none, hearing none, we're going to move on. Thank you for that report.
Thank you.
Team Development Committee, Vice President Sertzel.
Yes.
Back to you.
Yeah. So we met this Tuesday at 4:30. So I just shared with everybody that I had wrapped up with creating this survey to gauge essentially team development, just activity interests based on Senate. I did send that out today, so if you haven't done it, please do that. Thank you. But other than that, though, basically just discussing or revisiting roles. I know Furkan and Nadine are going to be our facilitators, so they'll help me facilitate some activities in the future. I'm really, really looking forward to both of their additions because they are going to help create additional activities and, just team building opportunities. So I'm really, really excited for that. And I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. But that would conclude my report as of now.
All right, I am one that is very excited, so thank you for that report. We will open the floor for any quick comments or a question that you would like our Vice President to follow up with in person or online. All right, we will move now to our advisory report from Advisor Cole. Public Relations, I do this every time. Okay. We will move to our Public Relations Committee Vice President Nichols.
Yeah, for sure. So, we have been talking a lot about the Senate warm welcome, which is where we're going to have like hot chocolate and like, cookies for the general student population when they come in the mornings in November. We've already, or I shouldn't say we, Ashley's already been working with catering and with Cole to facilitate catering and everything. And it is I'm really happy that we're really throwing together our first, tabling event. For some really fun news, we have now recorded what we think is going to be the first TikTok we post. And it is going to be me, Ash Rogers, and Ashley Larson for part of it, singing Happy by Pharrell Williams from the Despicable Me movie with Tim Casper. Yup, we got him to sing with us, we got some students to join in, and honestly, it was a hell of a time. And I can't wait for all of you to see that video.
Does that conclude your report?
That concludes my report.
I think we should get around to Advisor Cole, it'd be kind of hard to follow up on that, but do you have a report for us? Let me open up for discussion or a quick comment. I apologize, I got a little excited there. In person or online, do you have a comment or a question that you would like our Vice President to follow up with you on? Crickets. Okay. Hearing none, I will now move on to our advisor. Yeah, Advisor Cole.
First, I want to open with a question because I received, when can folks go get the nachos?
Okay, that
was good. That was asking, so I just wanted to ask.
But if our advisor is okay with you going to
You want to go get that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. My only real report I have currently is that we're now into October. So at the end of October will be the dispersion of the first half of your stipend amounts. As was mentioned, we'll have a formal email that goes out. The first half of the stipend amount that's allocated to you is solely going to be based off of attendance, participation, those aspects which we do obviously have track of. At the end of the academic semester, so in December, is when you will do your formal review with yourself, myself, and President Jose, if he's available, as Some folks have some availability changes that we're gonna work through. So be advised that you won't get a piece of paper, but we will provide you some guiding questions to kind of reflect on. And then if you do have further questions about the stipend allocation, because we will make you aware of the amount prior to their submission at the end of October, you are able to do so. But again, it's going to be, we're really just gonna go off of, at least for this one, which is going to be what most student life organizations are going to operate off of for the first half, is the metrics that are seen and available for attendance, participation, so on and so forth. And that is all that I have. Questions for me? Yes.
Is that regarding the summer stipend or the fall semester stipend?
Good question. The fall semester stipend. So it's my understanding that recently all summer stipends should have been dispersed.
Okay, I might just need to check then.
Yep, and if it hasn't, let me know, but all amounts were set, but this will be in relation to your fall allocated stipend.
Sounds good, thank you.
Good question. Thank you. Okay, I'm good.
Thank you very much, Advisor Cole. And we will be meeting in December, it is?
December for you, me, and the senator. That's correct.
All right. All right, let's move on to reports from special and select committees. Student Activity Board, Vice President Mattson, what do you got for us today?
SAB met. Again, I was out of town. It was not particularly a business meeting. Oh, were you present?
Go ahead. You were, yeah.
Spoiler, I was not present for it. I was told that not a lot of business was conducted. This was a meet and greet, getting to know our other SAB reps. For anyone who doesn't know, SAB, there's a representative from every student org. Student Senate is one of those. And we decide how SAB funds, the student activity funds, that are associated with all the credits we all pay for, get allocated to different activities and things going on campus. If you have any details to add, I'd invite you to.
It was the meet and greet and just a brief description of what SAB is. You got it right on the money. That was
good.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions or any comments or questions they would like our Vice President to follow up on for Student Activities Board? Seeing none and hearing none, we are now going to move to the Textbook Affordability Committee. Senator Sharafuddin.
Okay. I don't have like any report for the textbook.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much. We will move now to Inclusion and Belonging Coordinator, Senator Bauer.
I was sick last week, so I have some forms to send out to people to just get some answers to see like where work can be done. I plan on sending them out this week instead, but as I've been like attending different clubs and listening to like the needs of maybe students within those clubs, I might change some of the questions a little bit. So.
So good. Thank you. Does anybody have any quick comments or questions that they would like our Senator Bauer to follow up on involving inclusion and belonging? Is Kristen online? Senator Crowder, you're recognized.
I can just let you know that NASA is looking at doing something for Indigenous Peoples Day. They haven't decided on what they're doing yet. And that the Hmong New Year celebration date is set for December 6th. It's out on Facebook in case anyone's interested in volunteering. They need a lot of volunteers to make the event possible.
Will you, sorry. Will you post that just so we have it?
Yep, I can post the Facebook link. And it's because I went to a couple meetings for my hours today. So.
Thank you, Senator Crowder. Anybody else have any quick comments or questions they would like our Senator to follow up on? Seeing none, hearing none. Senator Bauer. We will now move to a Public Safety and Advisory Committee chaired by Vice President Burt.
Super quick, I'm going to yield to Senator McCray in a second. We're creating the, for goals number 1 and 2, the IT and Regional Connect Subcommittee, which is going to be a landing page for regional students, IT students, and all students to come together as like a training post to take what you want, leave the rest, And Senator McCray is going to be the chair. Go ahead and give us a little bit of information.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Bert. Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Good. Bethany is also working with, regarding the Upstander survey, to be sent out by, Sergeant Garcia?
That's correct.
Garcia. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I met him several times. We will be assembling a legislative press kit for connecting all who ride public transportation, having access to handy information regarding stalking in the community and how to evade. Stand up, stand out. Say something. We're slowly assembling a landing page as a trading post for IT and regional connections, with an emphasis on understanding the needs of those who attend online exclusively, like me, the very first 2 semesters. We'll manage the newsletter content, while Senator Bauer will manage Making Connects as the editor. She works her magic, and we're so glad to have her. Collaboratively, we seek to create a peacekeeping image, all the way across all campuses. But the idea behind it is the regional connect, right? Let's just not forget about all of our campuses.
And basically, PSAC is a standing committee, so we are allowed to have this privilege, and we seek to get buy-in from everybody. You're all welcome to come to our committee meetings every second and fourth Thursday at 3 p.m. We are looking for everyone to have a piece of this, so thanks.
Thank you very much, Vice President Burt and Senator McCray. I appreciate the 2 of you speaking and providing us with such an informative report. I'm going to skip comments and questions. If you have a comment, please message Vice President Burt. If you have a question, email them, Vice President Burt or Senator McCray. We are going to get right into International Student Affairs Committee, Senator Sindar.
Okay, I will keep it short. It was our first meeting. We were so excited. It was a very welcome meeting. We tried to talk about our mission, vision, and goals. And we decide our meeting style. We will try to meet hybrid so everybody can attend. We are trying to keep it public, our meetings, for accessibility all other faculty members and students. We will try to use as a platform Teams. And we talk about our scope. We start the way to only focus on international students who have F1 visa status here, but in the meeting, when we try to discuss that, we will try to also support other international students from different kind of visas. And in the meeting it was a welcome meeting actually, but our one of committee member shared the concern as an international students, and we will bring this in the CA meeting, but before that, I think I want to share this with you. So international students, we have a really expensive insurance. We need to pay. It's a requirement. I understand. We need an insurance and it's a requirement. I respect that. But I think we can have some options about the insurance, about the pricing or the other kind of companies. There are not any options and we need to take the insurance they give us. And the other thing I want to talk with you, our next meeting will be with Center International Education, the week of between 13 to 17 October. And the last thing I want to share, right now Clarion is doing an article about the International Students Committee moving. In the next publish, I hope you all guys can read.
Off the ground, and I could not think of a better senator to head it, so thank you. Thank you. And please let us know if there's anything any of us can do to help you.
Thank you.
I would open it up for any quick comments or any questions that you would like to send to our Senator Sindar for the International Students Affairs Committee, in person or online.
I have a quick question.
Has to be
Do you
brief.
know if that issue is that is a federal law? What policy is behind that?
So that's why we will speak this situation.
Yeah.
The Center of International Education, we highly respect our federal laws, our school policies, and Center of International Education mission. We will try to tell them our opinions, and after that, with their answer, I will reply you. But right now, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
answer.
Okay, excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.
One last hand
Yeah,
up.
you have a hand.
Senator Crowder.
I just wanted to make a suggestion. I mentioned his name before, but you'll meet him at the WSU meeting. Brandon,
Trujillo.
yes, he would be a good person to talk to since he works with all the Wisconsin Technical College systems. And if he doesn't know, I bet he could find the right person.
Excuse me, what was the name?
Brandon, how do you say his name?
Trujillo, we'll meet him tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, so I'll
He's a
connect
good
with
person
him
to connect on this matter.
Thank you, and I hope we will see you next meeting. with us.
All right, everybody, thank you so much. If you have any other questions or comments, send Senator Sindar an email or a Teams message. Pretty sure he would be more than happy to respond to you. We will move now to our reports from regional and metro campuses. Right back to you, Senator Sindar.
So right now, I don't have a report about my regional campus.
Understood. Thank you so much. I will move to Watertown campus, which is vacant. We will now go to Portage. Senator McRae.
For my report, this week, we have a upcoming pumpkin patch day next week. Unfortunately, I can't be there, and then upcoming, we will have a tabling event. President Bill Reel has said he will come table with me, and everyone is welcome. So that will be coming up soon. But yeah, the report from most of the students is everyone is tired, but getting used to it, getting used to college. We have a lot of first years, so, yeah.
Thank you, Senator. So very good, well-rounded report of how the student body's feeling right now, right?
Yeah, we're good.
I will open it up for any quick comments or questions you would like to follow up from our senator from Portage, in person or online. Seeing none, hearing none, we will move now to our Goodman South Senator Bauer.
Same thing, everyone's getting settled within their classes. I have a form that I want the Goodman South Campus specifically to fill out as well. I know the early education building is getting close to being finished, so some offices and classrooms might be changing. And then the October 7th, is pizza with Tim Casper. I'm not able to make that time, so if anyone needs to like switch a day and I can go to a different location, I'd be willing to do that.
Thank you, Senator Bauer. Does that conclude your report?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I would open it up for any quick comment or a question you would like Senator Bauer to follow up with you on. She is our regional Goodman South senator, in person or online. Now we will move to reports from College Assembly and Shared Governance Councils. College Assembly, Vice President Mattson.
Yeah, College Assembly has still not met since I last provided a report, so I have no report from College Assembly. I'll take this time to note that I mentioned to the Executive Council that I'm interested in taking our vacated Student Senate Representative seat on FPIC, Facilities Planning and Investment Council, because it aligns with my schedule and it's more in line with other extracurriculars and interests I have. But that hasn't been finalized, I guess. That concludes my report. I yield.
Thank you, Vice President Mattson. I will open it up for any quick comments or any questions that you would like our Vice President to follow up on as far as the College Assembly is pertained, in person or online. Vice President Surtsel.
Just very briefly, what times do College Assembly typically hold their meetings?
College Assembly meets one Wednesday every month from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m.
It's the second Wednesday of every month.
The second Wednesday.
That is correct, yes.
Fully hybrid,
Yeah, it's 100%.
100% online, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And anybody else have anything for our Vice President? Seeing none, hearing none, we're going to move now to Senator Vatula from Academic Council.
Yes, we met very briefly on Tuesday to prepare our presentation for College Assembly. But we'll officially meet next Thursday. That's all we have for now.
Thank you, Senator. I will open it up for any quick comments or any questions that you would like our senator to follow up on, in person or online. Hearing none and seeing none, thank you for that report. We will now move to Facilities Planning and Investment Council, Senator Sullivan Richard. Senator Sullivan.
Yeah, so that should technically say Vic.
Vic.
Yeah.
So, he's done, yep. So that's, we want to, we will move now to Finance Council, Senator Larson.
Yeah, so, we have not met since the last time we met. And so, we will be meeting October 17th at 10:30 a.m. if anyone is interested. That's my report.
Thank you, Senator. Does anybody have a quick comment or a question they would like Senator Larson to follow up on, in person or online? Hearing none and seeing none, we're going to move on. Thank you, Senator Larson. To Information Technology Council, Senator McGray.
My report is on the other side, but yes, we met for the first time. IT Council will meet every month here on out. We are waiting for the chair to send us all of the data for what we're working with right now, what we need to vote on. We are talking about the refresher program, and I have a few things to discuss with them as well. And I'm coming up with a pitch and how we're gonna proceed at IT Council next month.
All right. Elevator pitch?
What?
An elevator pitch? Thank you so much, Senator.
A baseball pitch.
All right. At this point, I will open it up for any quick comments or question you would like our senator to follow up on, in person or online. Seeing none and hearing none, we will now move to Students Affairs Council, Vice President Nichols.
Yep, so, they have not met yet since my last report. However, the, document that I am filling out with the help of Bethany, has now gone live, and so everyone in the JED work group is now filling out that information. And the anonymous survey that will be sent out to the students should also be coming out either this week or next week. So if you get that in your inbox, please fill it out. We're using your responses to figure out how to improve mental health surveys around here. So do so. Cool.
That's very powerful. Thank you. Does anybody have any quick comments or a question that they would like our Vice President to follow up on? And we'll write to our advisor, Paul.
Just wanted to add on to Ari's report. It was sent to staff and faculty that the Healthy Mind survey will go out October 13th.
That's when they said it is?
Yep. Yeah, that got sent to us, and so make it known to all of you, so you're correct.
I don't include me on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Nichols.
Crowder?
Senator Crowder.
I was just wondering if there are any actionable items that they're discussing that Senate might be able to get involved with?
So right now, a lot of it is still in like the planning phase of like collecting all the information and, like actually figuring out what to do next year and the year after. However, we definitely can, and I can request once that survey goes out on October 13th that Senate promotes it. I also know that there was some talk within the group, which they may or may not have decided on, about some sort of reward system. If you fill out the survey, you're entered into like a raffle, was something that they were thinking. The only rule about it, that Michigan College enforces, because they created it, is we cannot offer extra credit for it. So But there has been talks of other rewards, and I have brought up the idea of having student senate sort of push this out and, try to engage students with it, yes.
The reason why I was mentioning this, because it's, I guess, technically part of our 3-year plan to improve students' basic needs. So anything that we could incorporate a little bit of that in there, possibly, if we agree on it as a group and accomplish one of our goals.
Thank you very much, Senator Crowder. And thank you for that report, Senator Nichols. If anybody else has any comments or a question, just Vice President Nichols or someone that email. We are now going to go and move into our part of unfinished business. But that got moved to new business. And knowing that there is no unfinished business, we are now going to move to the section of our agenda to new business. And our new business will be discussing the 3-year plan. Yes, and I will yield to Vice President Mattson to take it from here and discuss the 3-year plan.
Cool. This will be pretty brief. Feels like there's a tired energy. Maybe I'm just tired, man. Putting that on all of you. But we'll keep this brief. What I want to do is, while Cole's pulling up the 3-year plan, we're going to glance through it really quick. I just want to reiterate for all of you what's in our 3-year plan, because I think we all looked at it once doing our Senate training, and we may not have looked at it since then. And we also have some new senators here. It'd be great to onboard them with this. We're going to glance through it really quickly, review the goals in the 3-year plan and the strategies under each one of them, and then maybe discuss a little bit, kind of chew on how our initiatives and actions kind of fit into this 3-year plan. If there's anything that pops out, I can take that on. Maybe we'll have discussion, comments. This should be 15 minutes, no more. Almost there.
1 second. Okay, hold a second, and to have it put up. And I will remind everybody here that we will follow Robert's Rules of Order when we are discussing and we're having healthy discussion. So please keep that in mind as we open up dialogue. All right.
Oh, you're good.
Organizational.
I live in Wisconsin. I have an ironclad immune system.
I have a great immune system. I'm a great.
Thank you, Cole. So our 3-year goals. Goal number 1 is campus sustainability operations. Underneath this, there are 2 strategies. Each contain a handful of action steps. The first strategy is student-led sustainability efforts. This includes us encouraging sustainable actions from other groups and from the student body as a whole, trying to establish a few positions dedicated to this work, looking into how we can work with our tools that we already have. Second strategy is a campus-wide policy review, looking at what's going on kind of outside of our purview. I believe in this policy review, it includes review campus recycling guidelines and procedures. And this is why I invited Sylvia's summer intern, Almas, to speak here at Senate, who performed a recycling audit on the school and came back with mixed results. And I'd love for us to look at those results and see if we could see how we could address those results. But while they're on the screen, maybe look at in more detail. The second goal is furthering Goodman South and regional campus partnerships. Sorry, I can't go into too much detail, but the first strategy is to strengthen in-person and on-campus awareness of Student Senate at Goodman South and regional campuses. Just to be there, just to show up, be present, make an effort, let them know there is a Student Senate and that we are representing them. And I think we've taken this on in a few ways, but there are actionable suggestions underneath this strategy here in this. And I encourage you all to reference this now and again. The second strategy is identify and address areas of improvement. Again, maybe suggesting to administration, to facilities kind of outside of our purview. This is maybe what Senator Bauer Goodman South Center is doing, looking at how administration can help faculty serve students better. Lastly, supporting student basic needs. This is the everything else goal of ours. The first strategy is to develop initiatives to build relationships with Madison College alumni for the benefit of current students and extending the community to create a legacy of student graduates. And there's a handful of action steps on how to be more connected with our alumni within the Madison community here, and how that can positively impact the student experience here at Madison College. Second strategy is to support ongoing initiatives surrounding student parents and affordable childcare. And there's a handful of ideas. I think there has been action moving forward kind of within this strategy that might not be captured by these action steps. But I think these action steps can be a good resource. I kind of don't know how to address these things. And strategy 3, support mental health resources at Madison College. Again, we're talking about the JED Foundation, other things like that. I've read through it. I hope while I was talking, you were kind of thinking of how our work is connecting to these, supporting student basic needs, furthering Goodman South and regional campus partnerships, and campus sustainability operations. What we talked about in Finance Committee, I dropped it in the chat already, was how diligent, how compliant to this should we be? Might be things that come up in our year that seem more important than these goals. But to a certain extent, we should look at these and say, like, someone spent a whole year or longer in our position, and looking forward, they said, this is what the next group should be addressing. I think that holds some power. So I think we should not take these for granted. I mentioned recycling initiative or recycling audit that I wanted to invite someone to come in here and talk about. I mentioned the JED Foundation, or the JED work group. Sorry.
No, it is the JED Foundation, and then we are the JED work group of Madison College.
Yes. That at least one student senator is working with the work group. There are other things that I don't know that are going on to address these issues. But I guess I wanted to just put it out there, like let you chew on this. If something come up right now, please say it, I think we should really do that. I think we should really address mental health in college. We're all tired, but maybe we could use more help than just that. If something came up for you, I encourage you to share it. If not, that's all right. We can just chew on this. I'll yield, and Jose, you want to take any comments? I see one on the other end there.
So what we will do, we will open this up for discussion. But what Vice President Madsen just did is read out our 3-year goals. Our 3 goals that the last Senate, we came together, did breakout sessions, and decided these were issues that were important to Madison College students. And we advised that the next Senate work on these goals, and we also laid out different ways that we can achieve these goals. So Vice President Madsen just read everything out for you. Hopefully you wrote something down that you want to talk about, or hopefully there's something that was a little confusing that you want more information on. So with that being said, I will open up the floor for discussion unless our advisor has something.
No, I'm going to participate, sir. Go ahead.
I'll open up the floor for discussion, and I will give the floor to Vice President Ari Nichols.
Yeah, thank you. So I feel like we've accidentally done a lot of what our goals have said, or maybe, this was from the sneaky guidance of the people that were here last year, pushing us in that direction. But I mean, with the mental health thing, we start, or at least Student Senate is now collaborating, and I forgot to say this. If you would also like to work on that questionnaire that they're sending out to staff, the 300-page one, you can. I asked, that's okay. Bethany's working on it. They gave the okay on that. They said, reach out to anyone that can answer these questions that is in a staff position. So you all can. But secondly, we've done a lot of outreach, I feel like, with our regional campuses. Obviously, I don't know what they've been like previously, but I feel like Bethany's done a really good job of representing Goodman South. Like she got the position and she immediately started saying, hey, this is what they want there. You know I have sent out surveys to all of the campuses, and Watertown just recently was like, hey, I want to see the information that like you gather from the students. And so I sent it out to them. I said, yep, this is everything I have. So those regional campuses, we're starting to get in there where they're coming to us and they want to use us as a resource. And obviously we've got Furkan and John here who are also both amazing regional senators. And I know you both also talk about like issues pertaining to those campuses. And so I think accidentally, we've done a really good job on those parts. When it comes to green initiatives, I think we should really, especially coming towards like the spring, because that's when people are thinking about green initiatives, we should really promote sort of like Earth Day events, you know? We could do some sort of like tabling thing where if you remember when you were probably in like high school or like middle school, you get like a seed and like a wet paper towel and it'd grow into some like really easy plant. Or like maybe a potato. I remember mine was always a potato. We could hand people potato sprouts as like a Green Day thing or as like a garden thing, you know? And that'd be a good way to promote sustainability and sort of get that engagement and get people to really think about it instead of sort of looking at it, we tell them about it, and then they block it out. They're like, yeah, you know, they gave me this red Solo cup with a potato sprout growing in it. Guess I'm gonna have potatoes now. Then people remember you. Then people remember your message.
Awesome. Senator Larson?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to, just say, because, all three of these goals are absolutely wonderful. And I think it's, again, really important that we look at these because everyone's busy in their own ways. And so, like, this is like another thing where we can put all of our different strengths into different things to lift each other up while we're doing this. I'd also like to say that, I think we have been doing pretty good with the 3-year plan. I think there's a couple of things that we could probably do better on. Not better, but you know, like the sustainability. I feel like I haven't been dealing with it, but like coming up with initiatives like that. And then as a thing, I would like to also say for the mental health services as a suggestion, because we're all going to be tabling soon to have, you know, mental health resources and other things that can be related to a 3-year plan, so that way we can be promoting that and, you know, yeah.
Thank you, Senator Larson.
Vice President Cole was up before I was.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I think that these, like, Senator, oh my goodness, Senator Larson has previously stated, I think that each of these are incredibly empowering and allow a community or any community really to really effectively, what's the word? To effectively just uphold a higher standard for just making sure that everybody's taken care of, everybody's needs are met. I think it's important that we are a sustainable establishment. We're a big school. We have a lot of students that are creating, you know, waste. And I mean, we are using electricity right now, just powering all of our lights. Just a lot of stuff to think about. And I think just regarding, you know, WSG, coming into WSG, we could definitely push for sustainability because I feel like maybe that has been pushed aside. A lot of people are avoiding sustainability because other, you know, forms of Congress or forms of political groups have been pushing it off. I think it's important that we as young, you know, young minds and you know, we're bringing in a different age of, you know, education and you know, we have our stances and our beliefs and morals that definitely clash with, you know, the majority of our older, you know, generations for sure. So I think it's incredibly important that we are fighting for sustainability because I think older generations just aren't really thinking about that because they don't have to worry about that. We have to worry about it because it's our future. Our kids are growing up in it, you know, and your great grandkids are growing up into it. So we're really trying not to think about it for ourselves, but for our future generations. So it's very exciting to look at that particular pre-plan initiative goal, and I think that we definitely can do a lot to try to orient ourselves to align with that a little bit more. I think we're doing really good with mental health. I would love to see more improvement and being able to collaborate. I'm really excited about the collaborations that I've got lined up. And I am really excited to see everybody's initiatives and how they play into one another. I think that these three initiatives kind of they're a domino effect for sure. So, thank you.
Thank you for your input. I will, just quick little piece of information. WSG just come up with their own goals, and they have their goals set, and it'll be something that you learn at WSG. I'm going to give the right to advisor goal.
Something to have on your radar because it does align with one of our goals. It's been a goal for a minute, but one that we could see some more traction on with the events coming up is supporting student parents. That has been a topic of conversation for quite a while. I've had the privilege this semester to serve on a few different hiring committees to assist in hiring on new teachers and such at the early childhood campus. But we do have the Goodman South campus opening soon. And when we know that is open, if there's any type of celebration for it, it would be great to be there and show out and show support as kudos to outside of this position with Senator Bauer and President Villarreal. The outreach that was done at Wolfpack Welcome, specifically with student parents, was huge, and they got a lot of questions answered and a lot of solace with that. So definitely something to be on the radar that we do have an impact and a way in with that, even if it's serving on hiring committees, but we do have opportunities coming up where we can be there and show support for student parents. So something to consider.
Thank you, Advisor Cole. I will now give it to Senator Bauer.
Do we have a date for that yet? An official date?
I'm not aware. I'm gonna look at Dr. Byrne.
The ribbon cutting,
Yes,
January 15th.
January 15th. Perfect.
Thank you, Dr. 15, right there. All right, everybody.
Everybody's welcome.
Yep. Thank you, Senator Bauer. We have a question with Senator Crowder.
I guess I just kind of wanted to,
Or I guess not a question, a point of discussion for Senator Crowder. I apologize.
I guess I just kind of wanted to echo what
Senator
VP Corey.
White.
I don't want to say your last name wrong. I think the real key here is collaboration. We can get a lot done with collaboration. Some of the potential events that are coming up that are planned through Peer Health and through some of the other initiatives, which Corey probably didn't want to have a conflict of interest in saying, so I'll be that person for you.
Thank you.
That we really should look at what other people are doing and come together. I mean, because it saves money overall and it saves manpower, et cetera, I think that gets the point across. And then I heard our advisor Cole mentioning the parent committee. I visited with them briefly too. They're planning an event in November of doing a big photograph thing with kids. I don't know the date though, but I can reach out to Paige and find out a date for that. It's gonna be, it said something about like doing a Christmassy thing as well as doing a, as well as possibly doing like a summary, so giving parents a choice. And like I said, I don't know the date for that. It's just that I missed my office hours this morning and I like to attend the committee meetings if I can, so I went around and bothered people.
Don't stretch yourself too thin, Senator Crowder, right?
No, I needed to get my office hours in, so that was my favorite way to do it, actually.
Thank you, your comments, points of discussion. Senator Crowder, are you finished?
No, I'm done.
Vice President.
Excuse me. I'd like to respond to multiple things I heard. First, talking about an Earth Day event, my club, Green Club, as well as is planning to collaborate with the Green Team, a subsection of FPIC, on planning some big thing for Earth Day. I'd love to have Student Senate help out as well. But that's not just up to me, that's up to all of you as members of Student Senate. So that's in the works. I can fill you in on that if, as the date comes closer. We can keep using electricity, but, but
Sustainability.
and so, yeah, so I'm glad everyone is saying that, like, maybe that's something we're not really attending to too much. Same with student parent support. If I remember right from the trainings, a quarter of the students at Madison College are student parents.
That's who reported, it's much higher.
Wow. Yeah, which is crazy. I feel like I don't take classes with them. I'm not taking the same classes.
Just to cut you off, we're not
Yep.
bringing our kids with us to class.
Yeah. Well, like yeah. No, okay, fair enough.
Can though, if you need to.
Yeah. Lastly, I love the idea of inviting other groups, student boards to help out. Imagine if we were trying to throw an event and we got athletics to collaborate. They'll get part of the credit, but they'll be throwing down with a lot of work as well. So that's the other orgs are definitely a resource for our things. Yeah, wonderful.
Thank you. Does that conclude your?
Yes, yeah, I yield.
Is anybody else who's before Vice President Circle? Vice President Circle?
Just
Then I'll go with Vice President Burke.
Yeah. Just very briefly, just an idea, if you guys are intending to put on a event, you could think about getting the families involved and their kids involved by maybe setting up something like coloring pages or, you know, activities where they're, you know, playing games and they're you know, earth related or green earth related, where they learn about something about nature, you know, something like that. That can definitely allow those, you know, those little tiny tots are able to, you know, do stuff and, you know, learn as well. And it gives an opportunity to also connect one-on-one with that parent while their child is occupied with something that is engaging and fun. But yeah, it really is, you're able to provide an opportunity to those, you know, those family-based students, those non-traditional students, and you can definitely just make use of it. The kiddo's happy, and then you're able to, you know, connect one-on-one with the parent, so. It's an idea.
Thank you for that point of discussion. Senator Crowder, I'll get to you right after Vice President Burke.
Very simply, what I've learned from interviewing faculty and people in a lot of our law class breakout sessions is that Madison College's centrality has a global local image. And what I've learned from this is that we think globally, we act locally, right? If we see things around us locally, let's say we have in the military, we had a police call. I've had opportunities with Dane County Drug Court to take veterans out to the Capitol and pick up garbage, adopt-a-block programs. Those are some of the things that we can all get involved in. But also with the global local mentality, our team is attacking the second goal by creating immersible content that people want, not content that is newsworthy, but so much what is it that our target audience is seeking. And if we're trying to solve a problem, we should first know who our audience is. And obviously with Student Senate, students are our audience. So by tabling, we're going to find out in this session, what exactly are people seeing with these goals and how can we carry that out on behalf of the students? That's all I got.
Thank you, Vice President Burke. That runs us at time, Senator Crowder, but I would entertain a motion to extend the time for this discussion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Vice President Burke.
Yep.
Seconded by Senator Bauer. I'd open it up for discussion. Oh, yep. Senator, who made the motion to extend time? What would you like to make the motion to extend time?
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
And,
Motion.
Second.
Are you seconding the motion 3 minutes? I'd open up now for discussion in person or online. Seeing none, hearing none, I will move to vote with unanimous consent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Motion passes. 3 more minutes have been allocated for discussion of the 3-year plan. And with that, I will turn it to you, Senator Crowder.
I was going to mention that at the SAB meeting, that was one of the last things that we kind of talked about was what the different groups were doing and a lot of discussion about collaborating. We did a lot of team building to really go around and meet everyone that was on the SAB. So I think that's a good possibility to know what you're talking about.
Thank you, Secretary. I guess I'll take the last 2 minutes of the discussion. As far as our 3-year plan and our goals to get there and the strategies, if anybody's confused about what we just went through, please reach out to anyone on the E team, reach out to your advisor, Cole. These are things that we're working on. These are things that are important to the college, and in that order is kind of how we arranged it. So WSG is going to have their own prerogative and their own set of range of goals. Us at Madison College, we have our own table. So if there's something that you want to work on, or if there's something that you still want more information on, please reach out. But with that, that should explain our 3-year plan. Does anybody have anything they want to ask about the 3-year plan?
I just have one point of discussion. Quinn, just want to know when you're going to talk timeline of creation of this. If not, I'm just going to mention it real quick, like the creation of a 3-year plan. Just give an overview if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just to let y'all know, because we talked about creating these goals and such, we will start this process of identifying our goals for our next 3-year plan come end of November, early December. And then we will take these to SAB to be voted upon when we present our budget in late February, early March. So stuff to consider as, you know, we all will participate in the creation of those goals. That we will start this conversation relatively soon, and it'll pick up immediately once we return from winter break. So just so you have that in the background, more information will obviously come.
All right, and with that, we're going to conclude our discussion of the 3-year plan. We will now move to our discussing intentions for WSG Governor, Senator Sindar.
Yep, so it's a long day, and when I'm so tired, my English is not English, so I will start and I will give the ball to Cole. So we will go WSU meeting today. It's a really important meeting. We will not just represent our student body, we will also represent our Senate and our school. So today we will ask your opinions about the things. If you want to talk, if you want us to talk there, why this is so important for us, because when we go there, we will push some ideas and our needs, and another technical schools will try to push their ideas and their needs. And I want to discuss something like your ideas, and when I go there and when we try to push something, it's not just my ideas or my opinion or not our team's opinion. I want people to know in there we have Senate, and Senate, we are working as a Senate, and we are taking our power from our student Senate.
Yeah, so as Rakan stated, what we are looking to collect from all of you is ideas, interests, anything that you believe would be beneficial to bring forward as legislative priorities for us to work into the legislative seminar that will happen in February at the state capitol. So that is all that we're seeking right now. We're not going to turn away any ideas, throw out as many as possible. And if you want to add to it of like, I think this should be good and here's why, we're going to take that as well. I'll be documenting it because this will be a topic of conversation for the better half of tomorrow's meeting. Good?
Yep.
Awesome. So with that,
Nichols has a
yep, you go ahead.
Yep, so I think a good thing to bring up, because I know this is important to you as well, is mental health. Obviously, that's a big thing Madison College is working towards this year. That was one of the goals, you know, that's listed in our 3-year plan. And I think that that's something that, you know, statewide should really be addressed.
Yep.
A lot of people are, you know, coming to colleges now like this one, realizing that there really is like an alternative to these, you know, really expensive private 4-year universities, and making sure that, you know, people see this not as, you know, not somewhere they're forced to be, but like really a community. I think, you know, explaining that mental health is a part of that, and that mental health is an integral part of making your student population, you know, a student population. And so I would really think that, obviously, sadly I won't be there, but I really think that is something that should be addressed by, you know, you guys, whoever does go.
Yeah, I believe mental health is so important. We also try to improve our, Wisconsin grants. In the last meeting, I saw it. In some materials, we are asking for support, financial support, and I believe mental health is one of the things we need to get at financial support.
Recognize anybody else if they would like to speak or ask any questions, in person or online. Go right
This
back
isn't
to you,
actually
Vice
really a thing, but I was hoping, Sanjay, since you're the lieutenant for it, do you have anything, like any goals you want, or, you know, anything you hope to get out of this?
Yeah, no, I feel like this being my first year and everything, just kind of figure out how everything is going to happen there as well. I definitely think advocating for mental health, as you said, sustainability, as we said, we can't really like go against their agenda that they have, but definitely trying to push like the stuff we have and our goals already and things that we're seeing with like maybe overall the financial aid situation, the mental health situation overall.
I will go ahead and jump into this comment. When we are discussing intentions for WSG, been to WSG, I've been through these topics of conversation of making these plans and voting on these plans. They've been discussing why it was that these were more important than others. Do compromise, but don't let go of what it is that you feel like you're there for. Okay? You have Advisor Cole there. He is there to support you. Everybody else in the room has their own prerogative for their own college. We are all part of the WSG system, but we are from Madison College. So don't forget that. Also, okay? I know at times it can be a little intimidating, but just remember you guys are there because our college is sending you there. You have our full support. Any other comments, questions, or concerns for our WSG intentions? What music's going to be played? Senator Bauer?
Sorry. I was eating. I was just gonna make a comment. I look forward to hearing back from you guys about maybe some of the other initiatives that other colleges are putting in place to get maybe some ideas of stuff that we can do at Madison College, because I feel like as a college student, a lot of our problems could be similar. So just seeing like what are other colleges working on, to bring back ideas of what we can do for our students. So I look forward to maybe like the new ideas too.
Yep, we'll be good.
I agree.
What's your question, Jose?
Question was, well, who's going to be in charge of the playlist on the way?
Hopefully not me.
I'm cool for
I'll send you a playlist. Cole, I'll tell you what, I've got the student life approved fun day playlist on Spotify. I will send it to you. As the student life approved playlist.
Oh, good, thank you guys. Okay, is there any other confusion?
Guys, make a point. So things to consider, just as if this comes to an end now, if you do have ideas that come forward, please send them to myself and Furkan. We'll loop everybody else in with it. But as Jose stated, to give you all context, because we will report back, all 16 WTCS schools will be at this meeting tomorrow, whether they're in person or virtual. So yes, we will be in communication with these schools for about 6 hours about what are our legislative priorities. So if you do feel strongly on a specific priority, let us know. Right? Down for the compromise aspect, but also we're able to stand our ground, because last year, and Senator Crowder can attest to this as being on the previous executive team for WSG, it was a long conversation. But we got it done, and there's a lot of voices being heard within it to what we could accomplish. So just want to state that. I yield.
Yeah, I just want to say the same thing. I already say I know, but if you guys have anything in your mind you want to add in the future, tomorrow or tonight, please text us, because mail us. It's gonna be so beneficial for us in the discussion. It is so different to say me and my team, we decide to this one, or us and our Senate strongly support that one. It's gonna make our hands strong in the discussions, 100%. And about the feedback after WSG meeting, I will write an article on Clarion, and I hope you can read in the next publish.
I have a question.
Senator McCray, I will get to you, but I have to call it in the name that the hand was raised. Senator Crowder got you like by a split second. So it was Senator Crowder, and then go right to you, Senator McCray.
I dropped in the chat, it's the draft one, it wasn't the final one from last year, but it's the 2025 legislative seminar, what we ended up advocating for the, when we spoke with the legislators. But it has pretty much all of the information on it. Just to give you some ideas. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that if anyone has any, like if you have an idea of something we should advocate for, or I should say our representative should advocate for, if you have any stories that you could like send, so that when they're talking to other colleges on why, they might want to, lean in this direction, it helps. Just like it does when you're dealing with the senators, when you're able to personalize the situation, people are more moved to move forward in that direction.
Thank you, Senator Crowder. Senator McGray.
Oh, and just so I'm clear, when you guys come back, there'll just be like a full report, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we'll see each time?
There's a place on the agenda for the WSG.
Yeah. Well, I really would like you to focus on paying attention to what their IT policies are and what the rest of the state's doing as far as that goes. I like some models, be great. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Senator McGray. Was there anybody else in line before Senator Bauer that was online? No. Okay, Senator Bauer, the floor is yours.
Were we talking about the conversation of technical college starting to offer like the bachelor, like the furthering of the programs? Can that be brought up at a meeting like this to like further support students in the transition from like a technical? Yeah.
I'll cut you off only because I'm going to give it right to Advisor Cole, who has extensive experience in this field.
I don't know if that's appropriate or not, sorry.
Well, no, good point. So it has been mentioned at the last 4 years for WSG, and last year there was an extensive conversation. Can the conversation happen to explore? Yes. However, currently as it stands right now, what we were informed of by Brandon, and I'm going to follow up with him tomorrow about it, is that in essence, there's a good faith agreement between the UW system and the WTCS that there is no infringement on the degrees or programs that they offer, so that it's not going to be monopolized into one area. Now, that's what we were told. No one really pushed back on it. We were kind of like, oh, okay. Because as you've seen within the news, the UW system and I think it was like 6 WTCS schools just opened up direct access. What is the word? No, the agreement that you sign when you want to transfer.
The transfer agreement.
Transfer agreement, yes. That directly covers all gen ed courses now. So that was a step in that direction. We can bring it up, but that has been brought up prior. And what we've been told is the good faith agreement aspect, that we won't try to offer, in essence, I'm paraphrasing, we won't try to offer bachelor degrees because the UW system is doing so, but in turn, the UW system is not going to offer associates-based degrees. I don't know the relevance to that currently since we're seeing traction, but if you'd like to, we can bring that up tomorrow as part of our conversation with Brandon.
I would be interested in hearing more about it.
Yeah, and I'll jump in. You have more extensive knowledge when it comes to Whitewater and how they moved their accreditation, how they did their.
Correct.
So you've kind of seen it before?
Correct, and yeah, some of it is your accreditation process. So the Higher Learning Commission, which does the accreditation for Madison College, may also do the accreditation for UW system schools, but the accreditations are held differently because there's a variety of different factors you have to take in that also dictates what qualifies as a school that can offer a baccalaureate degree or above. That's correct.
Is that answer?
Thank you.
Who was first? Yeah. I don't recall.
I'm gonna say VP Bird has a lot more experience in this than I do, but I feel like we should check into, are the other colleges using the consortium agreement, which is what I'm using to attend UW Whitewater and UW Madison College. My understanding of the procedure through UW Whitewater is I have to have 6 credits with them or more. And then I can take 1 class here, 2 classes here, 3 classes here, but they have to be direct transfers into, not into my major, but a direct transfer for one of my requirements. So for example, I needed intro to human biology. So I have to take that exact class, and transferology has to say that one transfer is the exact same way as the other. So I would say look into this consortium agreements, and those go through financial aid. And one thing I also want to mention, and you might have had the same experience, is that it is a following up nightmare. Like, you can ask Advisor Cole, I was like on them, and you guys know how I am, some of you do anyway. And it was just ridiculous, because they don't send anything to us, Madison College doesn't, letting us know that it went through. So it was like around the robin, and so I'm like, help me.
Noted, Senator Crowder, we are over time, but I will entertain a motion to extend the time. If anybody wants to make a motion. Motion made by Senator Sindar. How much time would Senator Sindar like to make a motion to extend the time by?
I'm sorry, it's my first time. Which is better, like 5 minutes, 10?
It's up to you.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Motion made by Senator Sindar to extend the time of discussing our meeting for discussion by 5 minutes. I see a second. Second by Vice President.
No, I was joining discussion.
Joining discussion?
Yes.
I second the
Second by Senator McRae. I'd open up for discussion, in person or online. Seeing none, hearing none, I'm going to vote for unanimous decision. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Motion passes. The time has been extended by 5 minutes. With that, it is Senator McRae, and then it will be Vice President
Corey, and then
Vice President Corey, then.
Just real quick, I know it's tomorrow, but like before these WSG events, if there's like recon you guys want us to do, just like let us know.
Excuse me, what does it recon mean?
Recon, like reconnaissance, like you want me to find out about this college, you like,
Oh.
or find out about this person, I want to speak to this person, like if there's specific people,
No, actually,
to make your time there a little bit more efficient when you know somebody beforehand.
Hey, John,
I was about to say,
Yeah.
One
Straight
person
up.
will be speaking at a time. Thank you. That is very good, a suggestion.
thank you for suggestion.
We will rely upon Senator McRae if we want to have it.
Well, I feel like when you have more information, you're more prepared for a meeting.
Agreed. Thank you, Senator McRae. Vice President,
Just
Maxie.
very briefly, so essentially the transfer agreement that UW, signed, does that include MATC?
I don't know who was present.
Okay,
That,
I'll just-
there's a
I'll
paywall there,
research
but
that, yeah.
it was shown that there was Jay Rothman, who is the UW system president, and there was 4 to 6 representatives from WTCS schools present.
Okay.
I'm sure we will hear about it tomorrow, so if I know that, I can report back to you. Oh, you'll hear about it tomorrow.
For everyone, for transparency, our Vice President Circle will be going to WSG tomorrow. So he will also be somebody else that can report back and give you more details, but how it went. But with that, I'm going to go to Vice President Mattson. Did you?
Yeah, are we part of that agreement?
That we just talked about?
Madison College.
Zero idea.
Okay, thank you. I have a few thoughts about
Which agreement?
this agreement and community college baccalaureate, which is 4-year degrees that we would offer. I think it makes sense to collaborate with the UW system. I spoke with a few people from UW Green Bay when myself and a few senators were in Indianapolis for SGI, different conference. I talked to them about maybe trying to collaborate on our budget requests to the state. If UW backs the community, the WTCS request, and WTCS backs the UW request, we might have more power in numbers. That said, I have maybe like I'm not sure, and I'd love if someone had a clearer picture on it of whether we are best serving the people of the Madison area, the people of Wisconsin, by not offering 4-year degrees and not offering competition, because I think there's been a lot of degree inflation in that 4-year degrees are more sought in many roles over 2-year degrees. I think 2-year degrees are good and have their place. I think they struggle to compete in a lot of markets with 4-year degrees. And I guess I feel like UW is not giving up a lot by not providing associate programs, and we are giving up a lot by not providing 4-year bachelor's degrees.
It goes, just to interrupt you, it's more than that, there's also the skilled trade aspect. UW has agreed that they will leave it at the Wisconsin Technical College System.
I don't think they would offer, even if they hadn't signed an agreement, though. I guess that's, I don't know where to go from here with these thoughts. Maybe I'm still putting them together, but I just wanted to share them all with you while I'm working through them.
I remember that conversation. I was there too.
So are you clear with?
Yes, I yield. Thank you.
Senator Sindar?
No, I just want to agree with you.
Yeah,
Senator McRae?
just one more thing. On top of that, anytime any of you have something like that, where you have something to entertain, please come to us. That's what we're here for. That's what we're working on for all of you and for everybody that follows us.
Senator Crowder, is there anything else?
Senator Crowder, you will have our last comment.
It'll be real quick. For Green Bay, if I would recommend reaching out to one of the presidential candidates, John Crum, because she talked a little bit about how they went about working with the technical college in their area to set up a 4-year degree transfer thing.
President of UW.
She's not the president, she's in charge, she does a lot of work in their foundation, and she was also talking about like how she helped with figuring out workarounds for like their foundation award for giving them to different students or making sure that they reached out. I don't know, but I'm just suggesting talking to her.
Thank you, Senator Crowder. Thank you, Advisor Pope. Thank you, everybody, for the healthy discussion. We did go over by 3 minutes. I think it was good discussion, healthy discussion. And with that, now we are going to move into announcements. Our next meeting will be on October 9th in 2025 in room C2455 at 4:30 p.m. And at this time, we still have a little bit of time left. So do we have any other announcements? Advisor Pope?
Nope. We'll report back to y'all in the next couple of weeks once we process all the WSG information.
Did everybody get a jacket that needed one?
Yep. Yeah. So with jackets, jackets are obviously allotted. I haven't mentioned it recently. When you complete the Senate Brightspace training. So if you would like to get your jacket, I'm going to go very quick after this meeting to get for the folks going to WSG. But I am back all next week, and I can get you your jacket if you would like.
If you have a jacket from last year, you can bring that in. Any other announcements? Okay. I think we're at a healthy spot. And at this time, I'd entertain a motion for adjournment. I think we're leaving a little early, which is good. Senator Jagdish, motion for adjournment, seconded by Vice President Serto. I'd open up the discussion, in person or online. Seeing none, hearing none, I will take a vote of unanimous consent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, motion passed. Adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody. Give us a round of applause. Let's go, Senate.